guys, and welcome to my channel. Here's a quick little video about some tips and tricks on traveling alone in Italy. I recently did this and I think these little tips really helped, and as you can see from the other videos on my channel, I had an amazing time and I think these tips really helped. So let's get stuck right into it with tip number one, and that is, it's a bit of a no-brainer, but it is to plan ahead. So yes, you know you want to go to Italy, you want to see all the touristy places, and you want to see, you know, the north and the south and the central parts of Italy. This is going to be so simple, but all you need to do is literally look at a map of Italy, pick a starting point, and then the central point and a finishing point, and then from there just plan it out. Have a look at the map and say, okay, well, I want to start off in Milan, and then I want to see Pisa and Florence, and then go down to Rome. So from there you can actually get connecting trains, and what you can do as well as a little bonus is do some day trips and stop over in some in-between cities, because that's where the real beauty is. Like the places that are not as jam-packed and not as super expensive are always even more beautiful. Okay, and tip number two is book ahead. So go online and book your flights and also book your accommodation in advance. Now, accommodation is not something that's left to the last minute. Don't leave it to the last minute. Don't leave it to fate, like, oh, when I get there, I'll figure out where I'm gonna stay. No, don't do that. Find a hotel that's quite central, has a great deal, has a nice, comfortable, clean room, and 24-hour concierge, which is great for emergencies or if you ever need anything. And also, most hotels in Italy include breakfast, and their breakfast is amazing. So you don't want to miss out on that. So the next tip is to learn to say no, and learn to say it in the local language. So just say no grazie. So this happened to me. I was walking in the piazza in Milan, and some guy came up to me and tried to sell me one of those crochet knitted bracelet things. And I'm like, please, does it look like I would even wear that? Anyway, so he's trying to talk to me and trying to sell me this thing. He's showing me this range of all these bracelets that he's got. And I just said to him, no grazie, which means no thanks. And I started to walk away. He took a few extra steps and he had the nerve to put the bracelet or one of the bracelets on my shoulder. And I turned around and I was like, what did you just do? So I picked up the bracelet off my shoulder and I threw it on the ground, and I looked at him and I said, no grazie. And I held this glare. I can't do it now because it'll probably scare you guys. I held this glare and he just was like taken aback, and he was like, mi dispiace, signora, signorina, and he like walked away. But I was so scared when I did that, because I was like, oh my god, imagine he like picked me up and threw me in a dark alley and bashed me. But from that I actually learned that you just need to say no, and you need to say it firmly, and preferably in the language of the place that you're in. So saying no grazie became a regular thing when I was traveling, which takes me to my next tip, which is to actually blend in with the locals. Now what I mean by that is observe how the locals dress, and also how they interact with each other and their body language and their customs and rituals, and try to follow suit where possible, so that you're not sticking out like, hey, I'm a tourist, what's up? You don't want to be the kind of tourist that's walking around with I love Italy t-shirt, and you've got your massive map. You're walking around with a massive map and you've got your huge DSLR camera around your neck. Like, that's just asking for trouble, and it's not even very pretty, and it's not fashionable. So have fun and go and check out the fashion in Italy and buy a few outfits that you probably wouldn't normally wear, or you'd save for like a special occasion. It's so normal to wear high heels and a nice cocktail dress in Italy during the day. It's so fine. Take advantage of your smartphone. Make the most of your smartphone. So for me, I literally just took my iPhone with me, and that was my camera, that was my everything. First thing I did when I arrived in Italy is I signed up for a local SIM card with a local number. That makes it a lot easier if you have to call anyone, call up a cab, or call your hotel or friends or anything like that. And also get it with data. So in places that don't have Wi-Fi, or if you're traveling between, a small town and a big city or anything like that, you've got some data on your phone and you can just rely on that if you need to find out where you are or where you need to be or any of that information. We know that it's so easy to just Google everything these days, so make sure you're always connected to the internet. So most hotels you go in and they will give you a city map and they'll say, okay, well our hotel is here and you want to go here, and they'll draw all over it and all that kind of stuff and give you great tips for like places to go and see. What I would advise is take a photo of that map whilst you're at the hotel and the concierge are telling you go here, go there. Take a photo of the map and save that on your phone. So that way, when you're out and about, you can literally bring up your phone and you've got the map on there and you can zoom in as much as you want and you've got the map there. You don't have to take it out and walk around the streets like this, like, oh my God, I'm so lost, I don't know where I am, I'm a tourist, come rob me. So just do it. So just take a photo of the map, put it on your phone, and just use that as your Bible really when you're traveling around. Just make the most of it, blend in, learn a few expressions, drink coffee at the bar, things like that, that just make it like you're really embracing the culture and you're really just diving in and just being part of the locals. And if you want to eat croissants for breakfast and pasta for lunch and pizza for dinner, then go for it. That's what I did, and I just had to walk it off. And you just find that you're walking for hours and hours anyway. So don't stress, don't worry about, your weight, and don't worry about, all these like things that we have, all these rules that we have for ourselves when we're at home, in our routine, in our element. A few of those can be bent and broken when you're traveling because it makes for a better experience. So that's my tips and tricks, guys. Like, I know I rambled on a little bit, but I'm so passionate about this and I can't wait to travel alone again because I met so many people and I experienced so much and I learnt so much about myself and about the places that I went to that I just seriously cannot wait to go again. And if you haven't seen the videos that are on my channel, you'll see that there are a few little clips that I've made of all the different cities that I've been to, and I've got more, I'm still editing them. So go check those out, show me some love on YouTube, and you can also follow me on Instagram where I've got all my other creative things that I do. Thank you so much for watching and I hope that you found this video useful. Till next time, bye guys.